First of all, happy birthday.
Appreciate it.
Young man. How many is
Man.
this?
29.
29. Did you ever think that 29 you'd be right here, sitting here, not necessarily talking to me, but sitting here as a member of the Seattle Seahawks?
I mean, I don't know. I wanted to be able to play for a certain amount of time, and I'm still here. So just being able to enjoy it, take it day by day, but it surely is a blessing just to be here.
If you could have one thing as a present for your 29th birthday, what would it be?
I don't know. Maybe spend a day with Jesus.
Yeah, I was going to say, knowing you, probably not a thing, probably not something.
Yeah, if it ain't that, I'm chilling. Or being around family and friends. That's really what it's about for me.
You are now, and I know you probably find this as hard to believe as the rest of us, the third most senior member of this football team.
Ooh. Who's first two?
Bobby, Russ.
I feel young.
What, over all this time and all this experience, what have you learned about this game that you play?
I think the biggest thing I've learned just about this game is that a lot of times we find our worth and value in it, because when you make the big time plays, everybody loves you. You score the TDs, everybody knows your name. And then all of a sudden, if you don't do good, everybody hates you, and everybody turns their back on you. And in the world we live in today, they forget about the type of player and how good we actually are because of fantasy football. And so they base our season off of, well, he was up and down and very sporadic throughout the year in my fantasy game, so he didn't have a great season, when ultimately he had a great season. You know what I mean? And so I think for me, it's just being able to let go of the outside noise and the outside opinions and how they feel about what I do as an individual, and being able to see it how I truly want to see it and enjoying it how I choose to enjoy it.
I was going to say, do you sometimes see things, whether it's social media or someplace else, and read something about yourself and say, well, that's not me. That's not the person I am or the person I think I am. And then what do? Do you internalize that? Do you try to tell people, no, this is the person I am?
It's pointless to try to explain yourself to people. I think the biggest thing is you could do it if people are willing to listen. If they're already opinionated, especially on social media, it's pointless to even try to defend yourself. But yeah, like you said, man, I think for me it's just being able to see how good I could be, being able to focus on my craft day in and day out, and also being able to give myself that self-talk and that self-motivation and that self-love, because sometimes, like I said, we look for validation through all this stuff, and we don't really tell ourselves, like, hey, good job, like, even though we messed up or whatever, or you got the next one, because it's like we look for everybody else to tell us that stuff. And, when you're in a business and you don't get that, you start, feeling insecure and stuff about yourself because you're not producing or performing. So for me, it's more so of giving myself that self-talk. Like, if I drop the ball, it's like, oh, it's all good. I know you ain't mean to, you know what I mean? And let's go to the next one. And that's the stuff that we don't get, like you would know.
Yeah. Russ was, in fact, I heard Russ say something yesterday. Somebody asked him something about football, and he said, one of the things I love about it is I love the adversity. Do you love adversity? Does that make you a better football player? Does it make you a better person?
Me personally, I don't like adversity. I don't, but it's a part of life. You know what I mean? It's a part of the game. It's a part of everything. The thing about adversity is, as long as you don't give up, you'll always win. I think everybody has their own opinion of what adversity means to them and all that different type of stuff. But there are some types of adversities where I just believe that you can't do it on your own. And you need people around you. You need that family, or you need those friends, or your wife or spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever, to be able to help you learn how to help yourself. And I think that's what adversity teaches you, is that it teaches you how to be better for yourself. It teaches you how to be a better man, a better person, a better football player. But you got to be able to have that learning mentality. Otherwise, adversity will destroy you if you're trying to be perfect in every single area, in your life.
Let me just preface this by saying you scared the living daylights out of everybody this last Sunday.
Oh,
because you were on the ground.
I shouldn't have stayed down
for a lot longer. Really?
Yeah, I shouldn't have stayed down that long.
But you were obviously in pain of some sort. I mean, right? You were hurting.
Yeah, I'm glad that I'm okay.
We
you know,
are all
it could have been bad. It was more of a scare. You know what I mean? The way I got spent and all that type of stuff. But yeah, I'm glad that I'm okay and stuff. So
they can't keep you down.
well, I hope not.
You're set. You're ready to play. You're gonna be okay for this weekend.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. We shall see.
We shall see. So this weekend, you've probably been asked 1,000 times, but what, in your estimation, what do you have to do to kind of get back on the winning track that you guys know so well in this organization?
I think the biggest thing, man, is we got to understand that nobody's just going to give us the game. You know, I think sometimes when we're up by so much, we're thinking about this is the dagger. If we score on this drive, we'll win because they're going to give up. And I just feel like you just got to take it. You know, every time you get on the field, whether offense or defense, you got to make a statement. And you just got to show them that we're going to keep playing until it's 0-0 on the clock. And for us, we haven't really been up as much as we've been up these last 3 games. And for us, it's just it's something that's new, but we have to learn how to finish games. Even the last couple of years when we played teams and we were up, all those teams were coming back. And it was a fight to the finish to end the game. So that's just something that we as team and as individuals have to learn how to do. We have to learn how to finish the game. And if it's not supposed to be close, then don't make it close. You know, otherwise, we're going to have the fans sitting in their seats, you know, anxious and everything.
Right. Does it make any difference to you that this week is the San Francisco 49ers?
No, I mean, you know, it's a division game, so we understand the importance of that. And playing any NFC team, you know, those games can come back and bite you if you lose. But for us, man, we definitely got to get back on track. We play the 49ers, then we got a Thursday night game, and you got to take one game at a time. And every game is, you know, is really a game of, is it going to help you get in the playoffs or is it not? And so we got to be able to go out there, be on our P's and Q's, and do whatever we need to do to be able to come out with a win.
Let me finally wrap this up by reading you something that you just said not long ago. You said, I never really play for records. When you start hearing people talk about records, it makes you want to start playing for records. I just want to be able to play football and be the best that I can be. You know, you're unusual in this game for thinking that. There's a lot of guys who just want to get to records.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, the records come if they were meant to come. Thing about records is you can't, it's not on you whether you get them or not. You need everybody else to be able to get it. You know, like, it's not like basketball or baseball where you're kind of an individual and you can score at will or hit a home run. Like a receiver, I can't do anything unless the quarterback throws me the ball. You know what I mean? Then I have to be able to make the plays. I can't do anything unless the coordinator's getting me involved or our coaches are getting me involved. So instead of me going out there and trying to stress over something I have no control at, why don't I just figure out how to be able to enjoy every moment? And like I said, I feel like I'm a football player, you know, so when it's just football and that's all it ever was to me and that's all it ever will be and is, then I feel like I could be great when it's just football. But when everybody has all this other stuff that's on the line and it means something to everybody that's different, I try not to take that role on me because to me it doesn't mean that. And so when I play just football, I feel like I'm really great at this game. But when it starts getting to contract talks or this person wants this and this person, then all of a sudden it gets cloudy and it's not football anymore.
All right then. I promise I won't talk about other stuff anymore.
Oh,
we'll just
no,
let you play We'll just let you play football and really have a great game against the Niners.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, my friend.
Yes, sir.